Make this summer unforgettable driving in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Join me Friday, July 10th at 12 noon, where I will be hosting my show live from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. I'm excited to see my friend and GM Doug Wells and the entire staff. Mercedes-Benz of Edison is committed to making your shopping experience stress-free. That's one reason they were named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison and meet me, Greg Kelly. See you soon.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Yeah, I mean, I refuse to overlook that, but honestly, I would really call Bernie Sanders to apologize for pushing this kind of predator more than anyone he helped him elect, and now apologize to the victims, especially the woman that she claimed that he raped her. So I don't know why you want to keep pushing these kinds of people. Maybe he should consider set a few out and stop pushing these kind of communists and people. And now people, like P. Hustle now, he has been credibly accused of rape. And that's fairly recent, too. That was only less than 5 years ago.
P. Hustle. That was Senator John Fetterman calling out his independent colleague in the Senate, Bernie Sanders. So many others have done a double take and about face, about March, reverse March, pretend I never said it since yesterday afternoon about this time when the story broke. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tuesday edition of Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour Fastest Hour in American media. You all know what has happened with Graham. Keep the music going. Let's refresh ourselves from Senator Elizabeth Warren. From Massachusetts, that would be cut 10. Dear old Lizzie, the woman, yeah.
I am here because Washington needs fighters, and Graham Platner is the fighter we need.
He's the fighter we need.
You bet. I said to myself, that's my kind of man.
That's my kind of man.
Because that is a man who not only has the values, but a man who believes in accountability. And we need a little accountability coming out of Washington right now. We need Graham Platner to come in and get rid of the corruption in Washington. Time for new laws.
Yeah, we need my kind of man, Graham Platner. She, by the way, is among the other, how shall we describe them? Demo rats fleeing the sinking ship of Platner today. She's called for him to step down. You gotta love these people. Even on CNN's Abby show, Abby usually goes out of her way to take the Democrat Party side. It's CNN. You expect that from Abby. I'm not mad at Abby for that. That's who she is. That's what CNN is. But even Abby... 14. Let the music play. Let's listen to Abby.
There is an issue here with a lot of very prominent Democrats, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, two among them, who basically turned the other way at the first set of allegations. Why does it take a sexual assault allegation?
Right. To that point, I heard Senator Kirsten Gillibrand speak at the Aspen Institute last week. And when Graham Platner came up, all she had to say was that he was a strong candidate and was going to, soar to a victory. There was no even an acknowledgement of the New York Times report of the Nazi tattoo. And if you all will remember, this is the same senator who was called the Me Too senator, in part because she led the charge against Al Franken in the Senate. She very much was instrumental in pushing that culture forward, and I think Me Too was necessary in a lot of ways, but we didn't need a rape allegation to know that Graham Platner had already allegedly violated the standards that she set, and she was willing to sacrifice all her principles among many other Democrats to go up against arguably the most moderate Republican in the Senate, Susan Collins, who's already willing to go up against Trump. This is not some super partisan person.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, they're all gone today. Now Democrats are fighting, ladies and gentlemen. Here's New York Times. Democrats begin clash over who replaces Platner even before he exits. He hasn't officially gone yet, and they're already like vultures over the carcass trying to pick the meat to get there. And they say, well, who's next? We got this one. Let's strip the carcass down and then look for our next prey. Democrats are amazing. Progressives and moderates are gearing up for a fight over an as-yet undecided process in Maine. Oh, that's the other thing. They're all scared S-less, figure out that. They're all scared S-less to do a Biden again. They don't want to... They don't want a coronation again. They don't want an anointment again. And then I'm reading for people that are saying, well, you know, this is all unprecedented. We're in uncharted. No, you're not. Does anybody remember the torch? If I say the torch, Carlos just looked at me, who? The torch. You know what, Carlos, you know what I'm talking about when I say the torch?
The Olympics.
Nope. TJ, you have any idea who I'm referring to when I say the torch? Nope. Well, that's why I'm the host. The torch would be the nickname given to Senator Robert Torricelli of New Jersey. Now, Torricelli, you don't even remember him. This goes back. Torricelli of New Jersey, very popular senator in New Jersey. In fact, I met him at a garden.
Actually.
Yeah, you never heard of him. I met him in the garden center. I was living in New Jersey at the time. I was hanging out at the garden center. I bought a hibiscus plant that day. And the torch was walking around the garden center, and I spoke to him. Anyway, Robert Torricelli was a very popular Democrat. Now, the Torricelli also took stuff from people, took a lot of stuff. In fact, Rush used to play this clip of as they rolled out the indictment on Torricelli of all the stuff that he was alleged to have taken. A gold watch, this, that, a TV, this, that. Anyway, the torch stood on the Senate floor, denied all the charges, yelled and screamed, I never took it. Anyway, it was close to election time, like it is now. New Jersey had a rule that you couldn't replace the person on the ballot because of time considerations. The same way that if Platner doesn't get out by the 13th of July, then it's too late to get him off the ballot. So that's why a lot of people believe everything is dropping right now. Get him off before that date so they can put somebody else in there. But New Jersey had a rule. It was already past the time. The Democrats got rid of Torch. They got rid of him, and they put someone else anyway. The courts just said, screw the law. He's a Democrat. We'll let it go. As they always do. So, the torch, Robert Torch. So this is not new ground. This is the way Democrats do things in Democrat states. But Democrats, including Chuck U. Schumer of New York, who endorsed him. Oh, and then there's Ro Kahana. Ruh-roh. Oh, Ro is out now pretending that Ro is one of his biggest advocates. And Ruh-roh has turned on him too. He's got to step down. Oh, this is, as long as, look, you had every high-level Democrat you can think of, including Jewish members of the elected Democrat Party, who, it boggles the mind that you would have a guy who lied about his knowledge of having an SS, the Totenkopf, the SS tattoo on his chest. But that didn't stop Democrats from endorsing the guy. And now, all of a sudden, well, this is a bridge too far. They knew. It's just like what's his face? You already forget his name because he's been gone now and people don't even remember him. A good old Eric. Eric Swalwell. Remember him? Carlos is, yeah, from California, Kate. Eric Swalwell. Everybody knew. They knew. But now it's a bridge too far.